Hello, Aquarius. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing pretty good. Welcome to my channel. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're back from watching one of my videos, hey, welcome back. If you're just new here, please make yourself welcome to the channel. I want to make yourself at home because then the movies. No, I'm just joking. Well, anyway, I hope you guys get comfortable and cozy here, and I hope you guys get you some tea or whatever you're drinking. I would say tea because tea is healthier, but not too much tea. Because if you get that cheap tea, it could hurt your back. So you gotta be careful what kind of tea you drink, okay? I'm just saying. Some tea is very helpful for some of you people. Did I say some of you people? Oh my gosh. The tone I be taking. Yeah, some of the words I be using. Anyway. Certain teas actually, what's that one I think is? I want to say, that tea that's, okay, I'm a little bit cold here. I got to put this thing on me because I'm getting chilly. Once you get old, your skin gets thin. And see, right now, I'm not comprehending that I'm old. In my mind, I'm like, I'm still young. I'm still there. In my mind, it's like, no, you need to put some on your body because your skin is thinning. And so therefore, I feel like why every time I feel a chill, I cough. That makes any sense. I need a lot of tea. But anyway, not too much tea because once again, as I said before, tea makes you kind of, make your body hurts because what tea does, it kind of uplifts your kidneys and stuff, and it gives your body that boost and jump, and you don't want to boost and jump too much because, your kidneys will be like, okay, you push me too much. Don't push me. I push back. Hold up. You're doing too much here. Mess around, I won't do nothing. Because you know how people is, we as humans, we just turn around and get bully and nasty. Be like, you push me too much, I ain't gonna do nothing. And that's what your kids be like, I ain't gonna do nothing. Keep pushing me. Because you know how some of your quests can be, you can be kind of like loudy and rowdy, telling somebody about how these, especially if you got a position. Lord forgive me to give you a position like ego, like Leo, because you guys can get so big and he be like, just go home and pray to Jesus because they ain't gonna change. They're gonna always be petty and over the top until they get fired. Don't get fired, Leos. I mean, not Leos. Don't get fired, Aquarius. Acting like Leos. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, because you making me loud and wrong. Which, Leos is your twins. But anyway, sort of like that. So certain teas can actually get your body prepared and detox your body so that you can actually have babies for those of you who want to have kids, and for those of you who's like, I know ain't nobody having no kid over here. No, I'm gonna spend money on me because I like buying nice stuff and like when people create new stuff so I could go buy it. Type of class. I can't got time for to be spending money on child support because she don't flip out and change the personality, and she once was this good loving person and now she don't flip because I said that, oh, that girl dressed so cute, and now she flip it out on me and saying I'm cheating, I want somebody else. Anyone got time for bipolarness? No, I'm good. Anybody have no, we ain't having no kids. I'm just saying. Okay, anyway. Back to ring quiz. For some of you guys, I'm going to be hitting the spot, and for some of you guys, you're like, don't know nothing I'm talking about. I'm going to be talking French for you. And some of you guys are pretty pissed off with life, so of course, I'm going to be speaking another language, or speaking stupid, or sound dumb, or sound retarded. You're going to have all kind of judgment against me. It's fine. It's okay. People are going to do that, okay? I do it sometimes when I'm PMSing really bad, so I don't blame you. If you just feel like I'm tacky, I'm talking too much, I'm dragging on, I'm talking about, hey, no problem. I feel that way sometimes too when I'm PMSing. I'm real bad at it. So I know when shots being thrown is because I threw that comment out there one time before, Anyway, but like, subscribe to the channel, share it so that I can go live, and I will give free readings to my subscribers while I am live. But if you need a personal reading, you can always contact me through my email address because right now I do not have a web page because I am new to this, okay? So bear with me, okay? And I will give you a price and suggestions that you may purchase for reasons that you want. I do not do voodoo, okay? And voodoo means is I don't mix portions and rice and cereal together to say, oh my gosh, if you eat this rice and cereal, it's going to make you superpower and you're going to be able to blow down the whole roof or something. No. Let God be God, okay? Let him do his job, okay? If you want a relationship with somebody, you're mad at them, hey, there's a lot of people on here that says they do it. You can go fly to them. I feel like what I do, I don't need no special portions. I don't need no special this or the other. I feel like it's just, you know how you can say like, when you pray for somebody and they need a job, I feel like my prayer is good on that. I feel like that's good enough. I can do that. I don't want to go through that. It's like, I'm a girl, put some black pepper and cinnamon in it, you know. Now, I do certain things that I feel like everybody sees every day. Every day, somebody sees the bee. Everybody sees a red bird. Everybody sees a blackbird. Everybody may see cinnamon is well known on the internet. I may tell you about the cinnamon. Cinnamon is for like when you need money, but I tell you what, you got to mix that with sugar, because if you don't, you're gonna have problems. So I do talk about certain things that I know for a fact that is about hardship or money. You have money hardship, and I do talk about the other things. I'm not gonna say public yet. Just so, but those are a couple things that I do kind of like do talk to, not talk to, but do kind of like dabble in. But for us, is saying like, let me give you this portion here, and you put in your tea, and let him drink some of your tea, because you know you gotta drink it first. And when he drink it, he ain't gonna never leave you. He gonna disturb crazy. See, I ain't gonna tell you what else other, but exactly, you know, we don't do. I'm not doing all that. I don't care how much money in the world that you give. I'm just gonna let God and whatever in this world do what it does, or whoever does it, they can do it. Okay. But anyway. I'm gonna start from the past and I'll work my way up to what I feel like is the present and the issues that may be going on in their future. If none of this resonates with you, fine. Just hopefully you come back another day and I may have something that makes you, hey, I like what you're saying. Yeah, this fits me now. The other day, I don't know, girl, you was talking all kind of ratchet ass. I was just like, I gotta go. That girl sound like she off the ball on some drinking or something. She talks so fast and you don't understand what she's saying. For some of you guys. Okay, Aquarius. In your past, some of you guys may have received a lump sum money on your account and you was like, yeah. Some of you guys probably had scammed that to receive that money on your account. No. It might have got you in trouble. You might have to replace that money or send that money back to somebody. So you might have did some little scam, little tricks, and somebody probably called the law on you. Some of you probably even got arrested, Aquarius, for the little scams or whether or not you did, because I see this, you know, this was come with this, and I feel like there was some money on the account, and I feel like this was sort of like a scheme or trickery going on. I feel like you took it without permission, or you took it doing some conniving stuff, because usually, you know, if we see swords, we know swords is doing something um where you take the risk because you're thinking about something or how I plot. It's like a scenario that you plotted, you came up with, and you know for a fact that it was going to work because there was some truth. Swords are basically truth tellers. So basically, when I see a lot of swords, I feel like you knew exactly what you were doing, but at the same time, I feel like someone came to you and was like, "I need you to replace that bag. I need you to get it back." Okay, so I feel like some of you Aquarius, you feel like you're in this happy space, and I feel like your home is fulfilled. You get everything that you wanted, but I also feel like this is like a time where you're about to start all over again. And the reason why I say it's like an energy where you're trying to start over again, because it's like when everything gets happy, the ego gets big. And when the ego gets big, you go think like, what else can I see? What else can I have? Because I got this big screen TV in my house. It's about big as the whole side of this wall here. Oh my God. And nobody has this in their house. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. I have this big old size king bed. About 20,000 people can fit in. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Nobody has that in their house. So I feel like you have a lot of things that you're grateful for that nobody else has, and you just walk around with ego because it's like you have this big old chandelier. Oh, what do we call it? I can't even say the word. Whatever it is. In your house, and nobody has that. You had it straight from Paris, and it's one of a kind. Okay, you just this big old beautiful table. Nobody has it. You had it made on TikTok, and nobody has it but you. So there's things that you got that you're the first one to have it, and nobody else got it, and you feel special about it. So you feel happy and complete that all your wishes and your desires, or all the things that you see on social media or online or whatnot, you've got it and paid for it, and it's yours, and you're the first one. So you feel fulfilled with that. But I also feel like you're looking online for more stuff to buy, more stuff to fill your life. You feel like maybe you have gotten fulfilled with your relationship with your wife or husband, whichever one it is, and you guys are looking at other people still. I feel like you're like, I love her to death, I love him to death, but there's got to be other people. But I feel like you might get caught in this search for other people, Aquarius. So be mindful of you in the past, as you probably already know. Some Aquarius probably haven't got to that past because some Aquarius hasn't reached what other Aquarius have did in life. Because some of you are growing up, right? Some of you are babies, some of you are teenagers, and some of you guys are preteens, and some of you guys are teenage pre-adults, which is people who's like 18 to 25. You're still growing and learning. The world's still fresh to you. Unless you do it in other countries, you grow up at 7 years old. You know, you got to get together then. You know, Americans be like, I'm so young, that happened. And you think about it, you be like, yeah, poor you. And you realize that somebody else was 7 or 8 or 9 years old getting married and have a whole bunch of kids. And you think like, oh my God. Okay. Maybe I don't sound like I got it all, but I'm crying that fact that I was 10 years old when I had to cook my own food. Somebody else was doing cooking food for kids. If you're better Aquarius, you know Aquarius have that tendency to say, poor me, poor me. They have the middle child syndrome. Aquarius are my buddies. Sometimes they're usually my best friends. I had a best friend Aquarius for since I was in 5th grade all the way up to shoot, maybe my up into my grown adulthood, So some Aquarius do not like my zodiac sign and some Aquarius are cool. I like my Aquarius because they're like my gospel team. If you want somebody who to be a new supporter, Aquarius and Leos are very much your new supporter because they know everybody's business. They get into everybody's business, and they gonna report you. Sort of like us Libras, we all like the same way. We kind of like it's in everybody's business, but we seem like, ooh, child, for real. Sometimes we speak it, sometimes we're like, ooh. Well, most of the time, I'm the type of person I give my prediction on stuff. I give my not necessarily my prediction. I give my kind of like uh my dictatorship on it, I guess, because I'm a scale, and I guess I kind of get in the mix of them like, wait a minute, he was not fair, and she was not fair, and they wasn't doing it right, and ducky duke and all kind of stuff. That's how I get. I get like that, and that's why people call us Libras, as we are very undecisive, and that we on both sides of the team. It's not that we on both sides of the team. That's what you have to do when you go to court. If you go to court, your judge is going to weigh both sides of the conversation. She's going to bring up the person who actually at fault for it, all the things that they did, and then the person who's complaining about it, they're going to bring up the facts of what they did. So it's about trying to gather up the pieces and see who actually has to pay the price for it. You get what I'm saying? Because it doesn't make any sense for me to say, well, Becky's over here crying, and then I go over here to Becky's side, and I'm like, girl, he wrong. Girl, he so. Yeah, he ought to go to jail for that. Girl, he ought to go. He needs this. They need all day long. He need that for eternity. Yes, girl, he need it. And they come to find out the whole time she was wrong. The whole time she the one was cheating on him. The whole entire time she was out there stealing and robbing and had us thinking that it was him. So that's why it's best to be a person who hears both sides of the story and not just take one person and you come to find out the person's guilty. You like, you had me up here looking like a whole gigantic fool, girl. What? But anyway, so yeah, and that's what and air signs. We Aquarius and Libras, we kind of have the same kind of air going through us. We have that same kind of want the greatest, want the best. It's like for me, when I go out shopping, I buy a TV or something like that. I don't look for the high name brand. I look for the quality in the TV. Like if my TV, like if I go to the store and you give me a Samsung TV and it's light as a feather, and I feel it, I'm like, I don't want this TV. I feel like it's cheap quality, even though it has a very good picture. I just want it to last long. So with my mind, I bought a Samsung TV, even though the box said it was heavy, but it was actually a very light TV. It lasted me for like 2 or 3 years, I think, and then it went out. So as soon as I moved out that house, it didn't it didn't last anymore. So I was pissed off because I feel like Samsung had a very good quality stuff. Why did it not last? So that's what I look at stuff. I look at stuff as saying that I want to get it because it's durable, it's heavy, and feels like it's made out of good material. I don't want something that because it has a name and everybody has you know hype it up, hype me up. I hype me up. So I just don't want something that somebody has hyped up. And Aquarius is sort of like Capricorns. They kind of like they look at stuff and saying, "Oh, this is Samsung TV, but it costs $2,500 million. I want to get it if they got the money." Versus them looking at it and say, "Is it worth $2 million? You get it home and now it's broken to pieces, and now you're out of $2 million." So I feel like a lot of Aquarius see the replication of something after the fact. Even in relationships, some of them may just have one night stand. Everybody could kill less, but when they actually commit themselves to somebody, they commit themselves to people that actually is a bad seed for some of them. Now, some Aquarius will find a lick, which means that if they find a lick in you, that means they're probably doing some shady stuff behind the scene for some Aquarius. Sometimes they find a perfect match. Sometimes life happens, because this world is not perfect. It's always going to be somebody doing something wrong. Okay, I'm just saying that is how it is. I can't give a reading and I sit back and say, "Oh, everybody's so beautiful," because you got one that's that's beautiful, the next one is beautiful. This one here is fighting. This one here is being stingy with money. This one here is being stubborn. And so it's like you go back and forth until it's like, what am I supposed to say here? Like, how am I supposed to make this make sense to other people? Because it looks so ratchet. Okay, so some of your Aquarius, go back to your reading now, and out of the wonderland of comparing you to everybody in the world. But anyway, Aquarius, I feel like some of you guys are studying your rights. You're probably getting a lump sum of money at one time, which means that I don't want to say that you're still scamming, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I feel like this money is quick. I feel like you still went back. Some of your Aquarius went back to the old game. Like this guy, he went to prison for like he said, he went there for 8 7 8 years. I think it was 8 years. I think it was 8 years. He went to jail for 8 years, right? And whatever he went to jail for, he got out and went back. Then he turned around and went back and do the same exact stuff that he went to jail for. I was like, that didn't make any sense. So I feel like some of the Aquarius, you are still going back and doing the same thing that you was in trouble for, or same relationship that you was with. Services you was with somebody before, and you turn around and do the same exact thing you did with the person that you was with before. It's like you're not. It's not like you're not learning the lesson. It's like you're trying to. How can you say it? I want to call you a hot pocket. It's like your relationship is like hot pockets. You can put them in a microwave and in 5 minutes they're done. Okay, so it's like you're in this hot pocket relationship with some people, where you're just in them for 5 minutes and you guys are done. You know, and you constantly keep doing this. You keep, in other words, what I mean by that, it's like you telling somebody something, you texting them and making them get all hyped for you, and then once they get all hyped for you, you come around, you may pay them a little money to be with you, and then you go about your business. Okay, take them out for dinner. That's it. I remember this one. Oh my God, forgive me for laughing, but it's not funny. I remember this one girl. She said, I say, why y'all be acting like this guy's so impressive because he got 3 or 4 cars and he has like 2 or 3 houses? And she was like, cause girl, he got money. Girl, he got this. And I was like, but you know he's Aquarius. You know Aquarius man, so usually stingy. I don't know what. I said, he got those things because ain't nobody's driving him. She said, yeah, girl, ain't nobody driving him. Ain't nobody living him. I said, because he's stingy as hell. That's why. She was like, girl, he is stingy. She's like, that's a stingy behind man. She's like, girl, he took us out to the Waffle House. Talk about don't you order too much food now. You order, they got these specials right here that you can order. And they have the waffle and the sausage to come together, deal combo. So my see right here, they ain't number $7. Don't go and order all that food and stuff. You don't have to order all that stuff separate and stuff. You could order these combos right here. So at the Waffle House, now they got the combos. You can order the it was so funny. Because she was bragging about how much stuff he had, and she turned around and said, I said, girl, they stingy. I said, that's why he got all that stuff, because he ain't sharing it with nobody. That's why he got all that money, because he don't toss it around and give it to somebody. She's talking about, girl, he is stingy. Something he took us to the Waffle House, and all he wanted us to buy was a combo. And he's talking about, one of the meals did come with an orange juice or something, and he said, don't worry about it. I split mine with yours. She was like, I know you lying. You want me to give you half of my orange? You want to give me half your orange juice? That thing was too funny. God dang. I said, see, I told you something. He said he got money. He got money. I said, well, girl, just because it looked like it. And come to find out, everything he had to file bankruptcy on. Child, he owned a house, no nothing. Everything he had to file bankruptcy on. Because he took that stuff and he'd show it off for the girls and to make them think that he got money, but in reality, he had money, but he wasn't trying to pay no car note or pay no house note. He wasn't really paying his bills. He didn't pay his taxes because some of the houses was there. I think one house was his mom's house, one house was his sister's house, or somebody in the family had left to him. And because they had will these things to him, he was not keeping up property tax on it. So I think that's what put him in a hole. is that he was just too stingy to pay up because he felt like, well, it wasn't his responsibility. Kind of find out it was his responsibility because if you inherit the houses, you got to pay taxes on them. So I think the taxes had got so far behind, he filed bankruptcy to keep himself, to keep the house or something. I don't know. However it went, they said he had to file bankruptcy on him. And some of the car, I said, see that you trying to speak on him and brag on him, and this nigga, this guy here. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, I had to chew some peppermint so I can stop coughing. Because once I go laughing, I deactivate myself. But anyway, so, yeah, like I say, they're fun to hang around. But when they come and sharing something, they become a little bit egotistic, tight-handed. So anyway, let's move on to the present energy of what some of your questions could be going through. Somebody could be telling you something, and in the past you didn't want to listen, but I feel like right now you're realizing the truth behind it, because I felt like you didn't want to take heed to what someone is telling you. But at first you was like, no, I got it, I know it's gonna work. They ain't gonna see, they're not watching, they're not looking. And I feel like you had somebody spying on you. That's why you got caught. But you didn't think nobody was gonna notice you. That's why you got these things two different spaces. Like, what are the odds of that happening? Oh God. It's not funny, but I'm just saying, it's like, how could you be hard headed twice? How can you not listen to what somebody's telling you? And of course, some Aquarius like that. And I remember my friend, she was telling me, she told me the Aquarius guy is very hard headed. He's very nonchalant. And she said it's like he feel like he's invisible, like nobody can touch him. So some Aquarius, you guys could be pregnant, or you have a lot of kids that you tend to, or you could have a place where you like have an organization where you run a foster care for kids, or you could have a boys camp or girls camp club, something like that, or you're over a lot of kids and attend a lot of kids. So you may not have no kids of your own, so you're probably a school teacher as well. But I feel like some of your Aquarius, you have this organization where it kind of like you help kids because you don't have any, or you couldn't have any. For some of your Aquarius, or for some of your Aquarius who have a lot of kids, and this is the reflection of that. I feel like in some of you guys' relationship, I feel like you probably don't work nowhere, Aquarius. You might not have a job, and maybe the woman that has kids that you live with probably is working and pulling everything and doing everything. Or some of you Aquarius, or just that she has the big old, what you call it? It's like someone makes more money than you, and she pays. It's like her weight weighs more. Okay, and I feel like she has the kids and you don't. And I feel like the kids that you probably live with this woman, and the kids belong to somebody else. And I feel like your mindset, you was like, well, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing this because it's her household, it's her kids. She can pretty much carry her weights. Now, certain body, my family the same way. So it's crazy that I'm saying the story. I'm having deja vu as I'm saying it, because she didn't have any kids. She tried to have some kids, but he had kids. But kind of find out the kids wasn't his, and she was working for 10 years straight while he was sitting there trying to get his disability check. Okay, so some of you Aquarius could be going through that too. Versus you just, it could be that you got kids, but like I said, he don't have any either. So it's kind of like a similar story, but it's not the exact story because he don't have kids and she don't have any kids. But at first, when they first got together, he thought these two children was his. So it's kind of similar, but not really. It's like, okay. So Aquarius, some of you guys are either not telling the truth about something, or you was sort of like in a, how can I say? I want to say you was in like, sort of like tell somebody to come to my house type of attitude, and you better have deal with a lawyer that you may have to trade out, or a lawyer that you had. You might say, oh, I don't want you tomorrow, I need to get rid of them. So you might feel like your lawyer was on your side or was defending you. For some of your Aquarius, you may feel like your lawyer was not telling the truth, or your lawyers put out stuff that was not being truthful to you. You might feel like your lawyer put stuff out there that about you that was not the truth, or you might feel like you're lying or telling lies to other people, and it's like you're doing it in a way that, how can you say, when you're angry, you know how you act when you're angry, right? When you're angry, you kind of like bend stuff, and some of the stuff that you're saying is actually loud, but it's somewhat loud because you're just angry. Some of the stuff is true and some stuff is not true. Some stuff you actually know that you've been through, but I feel like you're adding some stuff on because you're angry. You get what I'm saying? Because what's time is reversing. Because he's reversing, that means you're not maintaining yourself. You're acting like a wild, loose animal. So when you're acting like that, that means you're just, because someone may feel like they accuse you of stuff, you may just come out and just speak in a way that it's, I can't say that makes sense, but you make it seem like you the victim. Okay. I'm holding my head back talking, so when I did that, that sweet mother came through. Excuse me. Some of your questions may feel like somebody left this out. Somebody didn't tell you the whole entire truth. Well, I'm telling you now. I'm not holding back nothing. I'm letting it all hang out. For some of your questions, you're telling the truth. You are actually trying to defend yourself. For some of your questions, you let it all hang out. Some of your questions was feeling left out in the cold. You was feeling like nobody was on your side. Nobody was understanding where you was coming from. But I feel like now you're shouting. And for some reason, your karma has turned around. So for some of you questions, you could be coming out of the energy where your karma seems to, every time you say something, it seems like it's backfiring. So it's like you said, oh, your dress is very beautiful. And someone tells you that, hey, I like your t-shirt. Something like that. So if you, so as, you know, so it seems. So like if, tick for tack, if you tell somebody they got nappy hair, somebody gonna say you got a big bald spot. So it's basically like energy where you're just coming out of that energy because you're bidding, you're telling your truth, you're actually telling stuff that is a lie and truth at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So you mean as you telling this lie and truth and you showing proof of something that's lie and truth, then that means that you're not causing people behind the energy to come up and say, well, I'm going to prove that she's wrong. I'm going to prove this and I'm going to prove that. You're killing that energy of karma. So it seems. You know what I'm saying? And you may say, well, how is that if she's telling half truth and half lie? Well, sometimes you're telling the truth, but sometimes when we tell stuff, we kind of like stretch it. So it's actually the truth, but it's not completely the truth. So for instance, like you may say, my boyfriend slept with a dog. Okay? And he slept with her on March 3rd. And people would take that and run with it and be like, oh my God, her boyfriend slept with a dog? Oh my God, really? Girl, he slept with a what? I know I probably should say slept with a dog, but you know. And what reality, what she meant was that he was sleeping in the bed with the dog was sleeping beside him. And then there wasn't no kind of interaction, so you didn't say that. So you lied something to seem like it was a story, but in reality, you didn't tell the truth on it. So you didn't actually straighten it out, or you didn't tell a lie, but you also didn't tell the truth behind it. You didn't straighten it out to make it. In other words, how can I say it? You didn't talk in a way as if to say, my boyfriend slept in the bed with his dog because his dog was feeling kind of bad, so he was hurt and he wanted to make sure he was comforted. See what I'm saying? You didn't tell a complete story. You just told a half story and you just kept doing it. So I feel like some Aquarius is telling half stories, and then but you're angry and you're being petty with it. In other words, so you're not actually telling the whole entire story how it went. And you're telling some of it, but you're just making it seem like whatever you think of it as I tell it. Okay, that's what it is. And so some of you Aquarius are feeling like you're trapped. You're feeling like everybody around you is coming for you. But see, because you said this or because you did this, this is why a lot of people kind of tend to like back away. It's like having the shadows of people coming up against you. And you know how when you speak the name of God and the shadows disappear, dissipate. So when you say Jesus, 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 and all of a sudden you can feel this energy where like you just peeing or something like, or something just leaving your body. So that's what it is. It feels like some of your Aquarius are coming out of this veil of being attacked or being hated, or people just are coming, you know, and now you can able to see clear, you're able to feel, you can breathe because you feel like, hey, this is, you know, I feel good that I bit that, I feel good that I did that. Or it could be that you're in a relationship with someone and you're glad that you actually told this guy how you felt or told this female how you felt. You're glad that you was able to not hold your tongue back for the person. You're glad I went and say, hey, let me tell you how I really feel about you and what you really do and what you really need to stop. Okay? So, okay, let's see. Yeah. Some Aquarius is like had enough and told someone, you gotta get the heck out of my house. You gotta go. You got an attitude, you got a bad personality, you gotta go. Some Aquarius, you could be selling your home. Some Aquarius, you could be going on a boat ride. Or some Aquarius could be sitting around a table with your kids and you guys are, what you call it, tilling your farm and you're talking about the old days and old times. Okay, some Aquarius, once again, you probably got the money and just don't want to share it with nobody else. Some requests, as I was talking about the TV, somebody could be up in your home and could be wanting to take the TV out, or it could be you request. You could be the one that's in somebody's home, be like, oh, I like that TV on for me. Like I say, somebody was ticking something, had the best ticking. For some of requests, it could not all of you guys. Some of you guys are homeless and poor and don't have it together, and some requests you have it together. So I'm not talking about everybody, okay? I'm not trying to curse you. I'm just trying to understand. Some of you Aquarius are probably feeling like you're in a house with your family. Some of you guys are comfortable, and I feel like some of you guys feel like you got to move on and get your own place. Some of you Aquarius, you could have, like I said before, you could have taken the money from a bank or someone's account, and you probably had to go to jail for that. You probably surrounded by police for that. Some of you Aquarius probably deer hunters. You probably have this collection of certain animals on your wall that fantasize you, makes you feel so good. Some of your Aquarius is all you think about is money, 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 money. Some of your Aquarius is like, somebody is, yeah, you know what I'm saying, to a scene of crime. Some of your Aquarius are working as, I would say this is not for, some of your Aquarius are trying to get the pools ready for the kids for the summertime. Some of your Aquarius are probably trying to structure a house for you, trying to build a house for yourself, or you probably work at a field like that. What I said I was not doing for real with this. So yeah, as long as it's dealing with family, you know. Some of you Aquarius are probably selling cell phones online to someone. Some of you Aquarius are probably near that end, and you may hear or you probably tell someone what you did when you was younger. Some of you Aquarius, I feel like I said earlier that you feel like you're surrounded by parasites or people that don't want to listen, or you could be in charge and you could be telling someone what they need to do or not to do. Some of you could be in bad weather and probably like, well, when it's going to start raining, but you know, sometimes it's a rainy season, it all depends on where you're at. Some of you are going with your girlfriends to an island and you guys are enjoying yourself. Some of your Aquarius may be on the island with someone and you may meet the love of your life over there, Aquarius. Some of you. Some of you Aquarius are talking to yourself and trying to figure out, do I need to give myself some prep talk? I need to build myself up. I need to do better. I need to get myself in line. Some of you Aquarius are trying to eat healthy, but some of you Aquarius feel like the weight couldn't go off another day because I want to eat certain foods I want to eat. Some of you Aquarius are messing people that's very toxic, and some of you guys are like, I'm just only here for a season. I'm not here to be with them forever. I don't care how toxic they are. Some of you Aquarius are fixing up your cars. You know, you're getting them remade with big tires and stuff, and you ride around with everybody see your bling bling and your loud music and stuff. But some of you Aquarius will probably wait for your car to go out of the shop so that you could, as I said before. Some of you Aquarius are looking at a new baby boy, and a new baby girl. Could be a baby boy, whichever one it is. Some of you Aquarius are probably in the studio making music. Damn, do I have to say that? Yeah, but you are saying a song to help someone. Some of you Aquarius. Some of you Aquarius are trying to teach a female how to deal with the ropes. So it could be that you're working on a job somewhere and a female, she's the only female on the premises. So I feel like you guys are all trying to see, oh, they're doing you like that. You could be the only female that's in there and they're all trying to get you to do what they want you to do or say what you want to do it. But you have a very strong opinion, of course, and you pretty much want to do things according to your way. So you may be the only female that's in that position and the guys are trying to get you to do it their way and you probably like, I'm going to do it my way. Some of you Aquarius are probably trying to invent something new, something that nobody has never seen before. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. I can't say that. Okay, so once again, some of your questions are probably, I won't say you worry about your body type. I feel like you're okay with your body type. I feel like you just did, like for the summertime, come here, you can go on the beach, you know, you got a little belly, you be like, it's just a tiny belly. You know, even if it's big as a house, you be like, it's a tiny belly. I can still put a two-piece on. I don't care what nobody say. Some of your questions are in this kind of like bossy mood. I feel like you're on your job, you're literally fussing at everybody on the job. I feel like maybe it's some kind of thing going on with a ship at home. Some of your questions may regret spending something on something that new. You might need that money for later. So you might want to see this expensive new item that come out, whatever it is. You might regret that you spent the money on that. Some requests, I feel like you are giving food to the needy. You have to drive one of those trucks where you walk around, not walk around. You drive one of those trucks that you deliver food to the kids that's less fortunate. Um, some of your Aquarius, you probably have a child or something that you have to, you know, that needs a wheelchair, that has a wheelchair, that has disability, or it could be you Aquarius that needs a wheelchair, that needs legs and stuff. Did I say that right? Like you have to have false legs, and your legs are not your original legs, in other words. So I don't want to sound like I'm just being ghetto and trash and not saying things in a good way. But like I said, some players are working inside places where you help the children and stuff. And you could be reading stories to the kids and stuff. Um, all right, Aquarius. That's all I think. Hold on. Let me see some more because I'm about going 40 minutes with the Aquarius. Some requests may feel like you don't have any privacy. You can have people follow you around the car, trying to spy on you, trying to see what you're doing and looking into your business. Some people are lying about you, trying to make you look like a fool. And I also felt like you was trying to defend yourself, as I said earlier. Some requests need to get some rest if you really need it. Don't keep pushing yourself unless you feel like you definitely have to keep doing this. I know some projects require you to keep going, but sometimes if your body needs to shut down so you don't get aggravated, irritated, and start fussing and cussing because, like I said, you have this um, blowing the steam because you need some rest. So, yeah. Some requests are with someone who's proud to say they love you. Some requests may not. You know, I feel like, for instance, like a certain person, she's with Aquarius, but she shows more affection towards Aquarius than Aquarius shows her. He's more in love with the Taurus, and the Taurus hates him. She's always saying, "I hate him. I can't stand him." You know, so it's like he wants her, and the person who wants him, he kind of like don't really like that person. So I feel like that's the kind of energy that some Aquarius is like because I see that all the time. So when I see this, I'm like, okay, yeah, that does make sense. Okay, some of your Aquarius you maybe not able to get along with your next door neighbor. Some of your Aquarius you probably dated someone who just got out of prison and they find it very hard for them to find jobs. So it's so frustrating to them to be able to find jobs. So due to their background. So I think that whatever they got in the background, if they're trying to change, seeking to talk to their probation officer or someone, so seeking to help them get a job somewhere or something like that. So sometimes it's very hard to find work. Some of your quests, your ex threatened to expose you if you don't drop the charges against him. Some of your Aquarius, your boyfriend mama went out and got pills inside your names. I mean bills inside your name. Do you understand that? Bills inside your name. And I guess you're talking noise now. Some of you guys, Aquarius, you are dealing with somebody, or it could be you who loves to eat weird food that somebody who you with may find is very gross, the kind of food that you like to eat. Some of you Aquarius are pregnant from somebody else's husband, or you got somebody pregnant and they are married, or you married, whichever it goes. Some of you Aquarius are out shopping just to kill the desire that you have broken up with someone. So just to keep your mind off of that, some of you guys are going out shopping. Let's say going away, you're going out shopping. Get it together, girls. Get it together. All right, Chris. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. It's been 40 minutes. Okay. Hopefully I'm able to upload this and not have to break it down in 2 parts. But if not, hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. If you're subscribed to the channel, when I go live, you guys will be able to get free readings. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys enjoy. Later.